Hello, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and turn on chat so we can get started. Just go ahead and comment and let me know that you're all when you're here. Okay, I have the chat turned on, so just let me know. And I am going to go ahead and get started. I wanted to let you guys know that I am a diamond status in the company that we work, that we represent. I do have a bunch of distributors that are coming on here. So if you see them chiming in the chat, I really hope it works tonight. Then, they're going to be probably putting their input in also. And I joined the direct sales about 14 years ago. And I was in a different company at the time. I was a lot younger and I was in college at the time, so I didn't really have the drive to implement what I needed to do to get the business going. I had went to a party and I seen a lady, the distributor in my upline at the time, and she had she did a little game, and she had given everybody a view of her paycheck, and I was just like, oh, I would like to make that much money. It was every 2 weeks we got paid in that direct sales company. And so I, like I said, I was a lot younger, so I decided, well, shoot, let's jump in. Let's jump in and not even really know what it is we're doing. And so I went, and she did my launch party. I had to have, I think it was like over $600 in sales to get my kit for free. And I had to get 6 people to host a party at my launch party. They needed to book. So I did. I got the $600 in sales. I got 6 people to book a party off of my launch party, and I got my kit for free. So at a young age, I decided, that network marketing really was for me. Even though I was in college, my God-given talent, I believe, truly is to be a teacher. So I was going to school to be a teacher. But, I never did end up finishing. And now I'm blessed because I feel as if I am still able to become the teacher that I've always longed to be. And I remember my grandmother said to me, she had watched me conduct my very first party 14 years ago, and she said how impressed she was that I was able to take the group of women and teach them the knowledge of the product and about the business. And she was very impressed by the fact that I was able to keep the crowd under control, basically, to keep them on task. So I definitely think that network marketing is where my true passion lies. Now, enough about me. We are going to now go into what you're really here for, training. So just, for a quick second, the company that I'm with now, I've been with them for just under 2 years. And I personally did earn our $10,000 bonus that the company is offering. So I don't know if the chat is working. If I do see we have quite a few viewers. So if you could please, chime in the chat and let me know. If your chat is not working for what apparent reason, feel free to send me a text message if you have any questions, because at the end, I'm going to do question and answer. So you can send me a text at 219-746-3316. Again, the phone number, 746-3316, area code 219. So I'll give you that number again at the end if we can't get the chat going. I do have it enabled, but I don't see anybody chiming in the chat. Okay, so now what you're all here for. I want to have you think about something throughout the whole course of this training webinar. I want you to figure out what type of person you are. Are you person A or are you person B? Person A is somebody who loves the products and services. They love the business opportunity, and they are okay with taking 2 to 5 years to make top earner type of money. That's one person, okay? Now, are you that type of person, or are you the other type of person who loves the products, loves the services, loves the business opportunity, but you want to make top earner money in the first 90 days? You don't want to wait 2 to 5 years to make top earner money. So you need to figure out, are you type A or are you type B? Type A wants to just take their sweet time and they're okay. And that's okay if you're type A. But they're okay with taking 2 to 5 years. Or are you type B, where you don't want to wait 2 to 5 years, and that's okay too. I don't want to wait 2 to 5 years. So that's okay if you're type A or type B. Now, while we're going through this training session, I want you to decide, I want you to think about it, which type of person are you? So, one of the absolute number one tips that I offer my entire downline, and I sound like a broken record, I'm constantly saying this to them, when they come to me and they say, Heather, how do you grow your business? How do you get sales? How do you blah, 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 whatever. My number one piece of advice is you've got to be continuously growing your leads. So if you are the type of person who has not been growing your leads, you must start. You cannot rely solely on your warm market, and you cannot solely rely on the viewers and friends that you currently have on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever social network you're using. You cannot solely rely on those followers that you currently have. So now, that is my number one piece of advice. How now are you going to implement this to make it happen? Okay, this is where the fun begins. I personally love networking. I have met so many fabulous people. I really, really have. You need to get into some network groups on Facebook. You can also look for some networking groups in your local area. You can look for a book club, anything to network yourself. But if you're more of an introvert, shy type of person, then get into the networking groups on Facebook. Okay? Now, when you're in the networking groups, there's a lot of people who are doing friend chains. Friend chains are a very, very powerful post that you can put in there. If you don't know what a friend chain is, you just simply post some wording, saying that you're looking to make new friends. Start out by, friending you, and then comment below if you would like to participate in the friend chain. And then everybody is supposed to add everybody as a friend that is up above them. And then, come back and do the people down below you also. So then especially if you do it at nighttime, you can wake up and you can have anywhere from 50 to 100 new friends. Now, you have 50 to 100 new possible leads. So do the same thing on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Just make sure you find a way to build your contacts. And the friend chain is one way that I've really had my team implement, and it is working out fabulous. Okay. Another way to grow your friends list and your networking leads, when you're out in public and you meet somebody, pull out your phone. Everybody has their phone on them. Everybody has the Facebook app, and have them friend you right then and there. Okay. So if you're out and you're talking to somebody about your business, it's a bad lead if you did not turn around and get their contact information. So you need to not only get their contact information, but you need to get them on your Facebook. That way they can see your post, and you're not going to be that creepy salesperson, who is kind of just standing in front of them like, well, aren't you going to come buy for me? It doesn't work that way. So get them on your Facebook. Now, friend chains can only take you so far before you run out of new people to become friends with. So I hardly ever post my website link in a networking group. One, because people are just going to bypass that. They're not in there really looking to buy from you. They're in their own company. So they're not really looking to join other companies. And I can guarantee you the people who are posting in these networking groups who are supposedly saying that they're looking for other networking groups, other networking companies, multi-level marketing companies to join, they're probably just looking for new leads. They're going to inbox you, and they're going to want to, have you friend request them, and then they're going to start talking to you about coming and joining their business. So I hardly ever post my website. I usually will comment on other people's posts, develop some relationships by doing that. And, another good thing to do in networking groups is to ask networking questions. So everybody in there is in there for the same reason. So what they're, what they're doing is they are there, one, to build new leads, and they're there to learn how to build their business. So if you are in a networking group and you are just spamming it like crazy, you're not going to get anywhere with the people that are in there who are legitimately trying to build their business. So ask networking questions like, hey, how do you use Instagram to grow your business? Or how do you use Pinterest to grow your business? Or you could say something like, what networking marketing tactics work best for you? Do you like Facebook better versus Instagram? Do you like YouTube better versus Google Hangout? Whatever it is, come up with some questions, some networking questions, and post those into networking groups, because then you're going to engage users, you're going to engage followers, you're going to engage people who genuinely want to talk to you, even if it is just about networking and building businesses. Because I guarantee you, if you start developing relationships with people, you are then going to get sales, because they're going to be like, oh, that's right. This person, her and I actually had a real conversation, and we can relate to one another. So if I want to buy a product and I know that she is representing that product, then they're going to probably go with you versus the next person. Now, another way to grow your leads is by, when you sign up a new customer, when you get a new customer, if you don't have auto shipments, when you get a new customer, somebody places an order, or you get a new distributor, or whatever the case may be, then thank them on your timeline, tag them in the post, Now, not only did you reach out to your timeline friends, you know, the people on your friends list, your followers, your leads, you have now reached out to theirs. So if it's a customer, you have now shown your product onto their newsfeed. And all you're doing, you're not spamming them, you're just thanking them for ordering. So do that with your new downline and your new customers. Thank them, welcome them, tell them how much they're going to love the product, tell them how much they're going to love the business, whatever, you know, pertains to that particular person, and then tag them in the post. That's another really good way to get people to start to notice you and gain recognition on Facebook. Then when you set up a YouTube channel or you are posting on Instagram, I don't know too much about Pinterest, but any social network that you're using, link them all together. So not only link, like when it's okay, say you're posting into Instagram, you can link it into Facebook, and you can link it into Twitter, and you can link it into a ton of other ones. I don't recommend that you constantly post your Instagram picture and wording onto your Facebook, because yes, you can relate them together, but you also want to keep them separate. But when I post on Instagram, in my wording, even if I don't have it connected to my Facebook, in my wording, I will put Facebook, Heather Lynn. That way, if they want to find me, all they have to do is go to Facebook, search Heather Lynn, and they will see me. And then they do have the option to friend request me. So that is another good way to get people to follow you and friend request you and get new leads. I have the same thing on my YouTube. I have the little Facebook tab. So people find me on YouTube. All they have to do, you know, my YouTube is Heather Lemon. So if they go to Heather Lemon, find my videos, then all they have to do is click on the little Facebook tab, and bam, they go straight to my Facebook page. So those are nice little tips also. Now that you have managed to get new leads, and you have managed to get new friends, followers, so on and so forth, how are you going to maintain them? How are you going to then turn them into sales or potential distributors, downline, whatever your company calls it? You need to develop a relationship with these people. The key to any network marketing business is you must develop relationships. If you are going and you are just simply telling people, come join my company, come buy from me, come do this, come do that, they're going to unfriend you. They're going to just hit that little notification button and turn it off. They don't want to see your posts. They're going to start ignoring you if they continue to be your friend. So how do you develop relationships with these people? Well, one of the ways that I like to do it is when I get a new friend, you know, we like to welcome them, send them a private message and welcoming them. Or if you get a mass amount overnight, send a thing on your timeline welcoming all your new networking friends. You know, ask them questions like, where are you all from? You know, blah, 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 something like that. And not only do you want to welcome them, but you want to be genuine and comment on their posts. You know, if they just had a new promotion at work, praise them. If they just had a new baby, praise them. If they have a birthday, you can see that on your timeline. All of your friends who have birthdays, tell them happy birthday. Private message people, you know, if they're having a rough day, send them a thoughtful message. just show them whatever you've got to do. Show them that you're a genuine person and that you are trying to genuinely engage in a friendship with them. Now, you want to keep your Facebook posts personal and business along with inspirational and educational. So, you know, you don't want all of your posts to be personal, and you don't want all of your posts to be inspirational or educational. You need to do a combination of all of these. So when you're doing personal posts, you need to remain positive. Don't dish out your dirty laundry. Stay completely positive. I know sometimes it's hard, but you must stay positive. If you become negative, it's going to kill your business. And then, you know, you want to do like a personal business type of posting. So, you know, what did you buy with your earnings? How did your business benefit you? Those are the types of things that you need to be posting when it comes to personal and business. And then, you know, like inspirational and educational, post funny video or funny pictures, post games, post educational pictures, and I'm sorry. Can you try giving her a bottle, maybe? Can you take her upstairs? Try to do educational. So, you know, funny, games, educational, and whatever your forte is, you know, if you're good at network marketing and being a teacher, then post things of that nature. If you're good at cooking, then educate people on good recipes. If you're good at hair, educate people on different hairstyles. Just educate people. Give people something to look forward to want to see your posts. When you're doing business type of posts, people, you have to remember, people buy people. People don't buy product. So when people are buying people, you have to relate to the product through a story. So post, you know, what you are benefiting out of the product. Post why you're in the company. Post your personal results. Most network marketing companies have before and after pictures. Post your personal before and after pictures. Post pictures of you with your starter kit. Take it all and lay it all out and post, you know, mommy got a new business, and, you know, who's going to be my first consultation or my first appointment, so on and so forth. So just have fun with it, basically. And then what you need to really do when you're doing all of this is you're trying to give people an aha moment when they're looking at your posts. If you can give somebody an aha moment, then they, based off what you have said, then you are then going to have a follower for life. So, you know, you need to cater to all different personality types, and you need to figure out what it is. You need to listen, and you need to read people's posts on your newsfeed, and you need to figure out what it is your followers are looking for, and you need to cater to their personalities, and you need to give them aha moments, because that is what's going to build the relationship. That is what's going to build the trust. And when you build a relationship and you have people trust in you, you are then going to turn that into a lead, a sales lead, a new distributor. So now, how are you going to convert this into sales? Your followers, like I said, they need to trust you. And then the fortune is in the follow-up. You must follow up with these people. If somebody inboxes you, let me show you what I do. I'm going to give you a blank one because I don't want to give away any of my leads. But what you do, I took a paper cover and I put a blank piece of paper in here, and then I just take a dry erase marker. Dry erase. And I write down all of their names. I write down all of my potential customers, and I write down all my potential distributors. And I put this on a pegboard right above here, right above my computer, so I can look at it daily. and I know who to follow up with daily. So Fortune's in the follow-up. Also go through all of your emails. Make sure you're following up with all of your emails. Ask questions. Find out about your prospect's goals. Find out if you have a person who is about to be your customer, you need to engage with them and find out what their goals are. And if you have somebody who is about to become a downline, a distributor on your team, you need to also find out what their goals are. And make sure you're asking lots of questions. So questions that I like to ask when I have somebody who is about to become one of my downlines, somebody who is asking me questions about joining my company. These are, pull out your notebooks. You know, this is going to be recorded. These are very, very, very good questions to be asking. So, question number 1. Based upon what you saw, if you were to get involved in this business part-time, on a part-time basis, how much would you need to earn to make this business worth your time? That is something that I always ask. And then wait for an answer. After they have answered that question, then about how many hours do you think you can dedicate a week to earn that amount of money? And then wait for the answer. Then, about how many months would you be willing? We have a text. Yeah, I don't see anybody saying hi. To list all available comments. Hit enter. Yeah, my chat isn't working. Okay. So, okay. Anyways, thank you, Nikki. So, about how many months would you be willing to work 8 hours a week to make that amount of money? Wait for the answer. Then, if I can show you how to get that amount of money working 8 hours a week, staying focused, and you would have to be coachable. I always make sure people know that they need to be coachable and willing to learn. Over the course of 6 months, is there anything else you need me to teach you? And then wait for the answer. Now, I want you to put something into perspective here. I want you guys to take out a legal pad every night for, say, the next week. Okay? And or not every night, I'm sorry. During the day, first thing in the morning, grab your notebook. Then I want you to write down everything that you're doing throughout the day. You know, I spent 45 minutes sitting on my butt reading a newspaper, drinking coffee, smoking a cigarette, whatever you guys are doing. Are you poking around on Facebook, not doing anything productive? You're just playing games. You're just, go by Daddy. You're just playing games. You're just looking through your news feed, and you're just looking for stuff to share. You're just doing meaningless stuff. Write that down. Write down how long you spent doing that. Are you sitting around watching TV when you could be working? I hardly ever watch TV. I know, it's boring. I hate drama. I hate the drama TV shows. So you will hardly ever catch me watching television. When I'm at home, I'm either taking care of the kids, cooking, or really on my phone working or on the computer working. Are you too busy organizing? This is a big one. Are you too busy organizing your office, your workstation, what you're going to do for the day? And are you overanalyzing when you should be implementing? Are you taking your tasks that you've given yourself or your upline has given you, and you're overthinking it, and you're overanalyzing it, and you're organizing it? You're like, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 I'm going to do this. When you should have just been implementing, you just spent the past hour trying to figure out how you're going to do it when you should have already been doing it. Drives me crazy. Just do it. Sorry. And are you dragging people across the finish line who aren't motivated? I never drag people across the finish line if they're not motivated. If you are not motivated to work, then move on. I move on. I don't ever give up on somebody. I never, ever give up on my downline. but I also don't sit there and beg them to work. I don't beg them to get that spark, to get the inspiration. They have to find it themselves. And if they don't have it, there's unfortunately nothing that you can do to get somebody to have that spark. You just can't. You can lead from the front, you can inspire people till your face is blue, but you cannot get somebody to work if they are not inspired by their why, by their reason. You cannot do it. So I'm sorry. I don't drag anybody across the finish line, and neither should you. What you should be doing instead is going out and finding new people. You need to go out and you need to inspire your team by your actions. Instead of sitting there begging them to go and do something, show them what needs to be done by doing it. And you will get more people implementing when you show them the leader that you are. If you don't have the mentality to be a leader, then don't be one. Don't recruit. Just go and work on getting customers. Because the second you sign up one distributor, you are now a leader. And you have responsibility. And that downline is looking up to you. They are relying on you. So keep that in perspective. And any leader who is on this webinar right now can relate to my next and last comment. If you were to come to me and ask for advice, and I don't see that you're working, I don't see your posts on Facebook, I don't see you coming to me and showing me your aha moments, you coming to me and saying, hey, let's do a three-way chat, or hey, I've got this person and they're wanting to know this, what should I do? Or I just simply don't see you working, whatever avenue that you do with your business. So with my business personally, if I don't see you working, I'm going to simply ask you, are you ready to do something about it? And as simple as that is, that's a pretty powerful message. If you're not ready to do something about it, then there's really nothing else that we can do. When you are ready to seriously do something about it, then we'll talk. And then you still don't want to drag somebody across the finish line. So you make them start working a little bit, and then you pour into them. So I hope you all found this valuable. I am done for the night. I have a crabby child who is teething and who needs my attention. I don't see that the chat is working. So again, if you need to talk to me, text me, 219-746-3316. I'll talk to you on chat or on my text, through my phone. Find me on Facebook, Heather Lynn, friend request me, and we will chat. Or go to my trainings on YouTube, Heather Lemon. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you.